Hello everyone, hello everyone. So today Easter is fast approaching and I thought I'm gonna be making some Easter wreaths. And I thought why not to film it and show you guys how to make it. That one behind me, that's the one we're gonna be making. So if you want to know how to make this beautiful wreathy with eggs and with a little bunny, please stay tuned and you'll learn how to make it from scratch. This is gonna be our workstation. This is the stuff we need. So I'll start with the glue gun. So we'll need a glue gun to glue everything together. Make sure you have enough glue sticks to put it on. Then we need some paint to paint the pine cones. I chose acrylic paint. We also need some containers to pour the paint into and then paint. Also a brush. Then we'll need some glitter to make it a bit more jazzy. Any glitter will do. Then we'll need some spray paint. Acrylic paint can be not waterproof, so I'm just gonna do a little clear spray paint situation. We'll need some decorations, some bunnies, some chicken, some eggs, which is typical for the Easter. We will need a wire for the wreath base making. I do have this and I use it as a template to measure the size of what it needs to be for the new bases. We'll need some string, we'll need some scissors to cut stuff, we'll need two sort of pliers. So we'll need one to cut the pine cone top. You'll see when I do it. And then we'll need another pliers to cut the actual wire. So it needs to have a cutting edge, sort of, to cut the wire off. Right, and then lastly we'll need this material. It's called weed prevention material. So it's sort of a gardening material that you put on the ground, and it prevents weeds from growing. But it's cheap and it's perfect to wrap the base that I'm gonna be making with wires there, and wrap this around so I can glue the pine cones on the base. You'll see when I do it, you'll know what I mean. And of course we'll need nice sort of surface so we can get dirty in here, and we're not ruining any of the nice surfaces, you know, on a table or on the floor. You want something, you know, on newspapers or anything of that kind. So yeah, so that's everything you'll need to have. Oh, I forgot one thing. We need pine cones. Pine cones. So I still had some left from when I was making Christmas wreaths, which I can show you look like this. So this is the Christmas wreath, and it's very similar design I chose for the Easter. So we can see the base here, and I've just glued the pine cones in. I put them little beads in, and that's a beautiful Christmas wreath. So I've chose the similar design to the Easter, but of course I'm gonna be using all this Easter jazzy stuff, and this as well. So this is a fake leaves, so I can put it in between and have a bit of greenery, because spring is all about new shootings, new plant growth, and we need some leafies as well in there, so I forgot to mention that as well. So this is all our stuff, and let's get started. So this is what I have for the base. I've measured that. You see it's like very similar size, so I've used that as a guide. That's what I mean by the template. And we have sort of 2 loops intertwined like that. So I would twist there, both ends, and then I would sort of loop around the other edge. And now we're gonna put some string around it to zigzag it, so it both attaches nicely and it's not as loose. I used string to attach both loops together, which reinforces the wreath. And it doesn't look pretty yet, but we will be covering this base. At this point we have a solid base to which we can glue our pine cones together, and they'll hold securely because there is enough surface area. After carefully selecting pine cones that will go on my wreath, I then proceed to cut off the top of the pine cone to imitate the flower, which is the staple of the spring. Hello everyone, so I've prepared a little beads that I'm gonna glue to the yellow ones. They're still a bit not very dry, but I've put a few coats on them because one coat was not enough. So for the yellow ones, I've got my glue gun, so I'm just gonna literally glue these little beadies on top like that. And then once I'm done with that, I'll nicely glue them to the base. So this is the bad side. It doesn't matter that it looks a bit rough because that's gonna be not visible side. This is gonna be visible side, which is okay. It's just a base. I want to sort of imitate the flower. So for Easter is flowers, so I'm trying to mimic the flowers with a different middle bit. I've as well cut off a little bit of leaves, so we're gonna do it every second one. I'll show you what I mean. So we start with the yellow ones. We glue the base and we literally stick that to the base and press. And we're gonna take a little bit of leaf and glue it here. We've got our main bit done, almost completely. There it is. I've done yellow, white, pink, yellow, white, pink, yellow, white, pink, and I've put some leaves after first one, then every second one. I'm gonna do some Easter decorations, chickens and eggs, and usually these I glue where I feel it matches the best. So I'll look at it and see where I can incorporate these eggs or chickens or even a rabbit. The rabbits, the chickens, smaller chickens, look. We're watching you, we're watching you, we're watching you. And then some eggs. Got some eggs. Bonbon. Ta-da! So we've got some nice decorations in between, and now it's time for the ribbon. I've just made my bow off camera. I'm just gonna cut it off so it's equal length. So I'm gonna glue it there. I go a bit closer to the top because we want to cover that black base. To secure the ribbon, I like to put more stuff, more glue on each loop, so it's definitely not moving. I think it's done. Bow is done, so it will just be, maybe I'll just glue some chicken here, or I'll see and play about. But yeah, so that's the final result. One last thing is to do the actual hanging on the other side. So I'm gonna poke a hole here. We go from the ribbon, So trying to get it in the middle, and then I'm gonna poke through the string, and I'm gonna make a little loop, not a big one, but just enough to sort of hang it on a door, on a nail basically. I like to give the customers the loop like that so they can hang it and it's already made for them. Hello everyone, today is the next morning of the day when I made the wreath. It got dark and I couldn't film the final result because you wouldn't be able to see it very well. So I waited till the next morning when it's nice and bright and shiny and you can see all the detail. And there's the wreath. It's finished, and the only thing I've done off camera was sprinkled some glitter and sprayed some of this spray. So I sprayed this because to prevent water damage, so it's waterproof, and if it's outside and it's raining and it's hanging on the door, I wanted to make sure that it lasts years after years, and I've sprayed some waterproof basically seal, and it makes it a little bit shiny, a little bit wet effect, which I like, and it sticks the glue, the glitter as well. So I would spray one coat and I would sprinkle some glitter and spray another second coat, and that would seal the glitter and it would be waterproof. So yeah, let's have a look on our final result. Doom doo doo doom, doom doo doo doom, doom doo doo doom, doom doo doo doom. So we've got our bow, which I perfected. We've got some pine cones, chicken, 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 some eggs, some more pine cones, more chicken, some bunny, oh look at this cute bunny, some more eggs with pine cones, some leaves, and there you go, beautiful Easter decoration that you can make at home and it will last you for years. And I've really enjoyed doing it, so I recommend doing it for you too. It's quite therapeutic and nice, and you will be ready for the Easter. Dun, 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 dun. There you have it.